Fishman should be able to out-heal that damage, though. Oh gosh, he's sitting so low. Just needs a little bit more for that bottle.
Is the sentry outside of the hard camp at bottom?
At bottom?
Yeah, because the reason Fishman was taking so much damage, he was trying to stop the pull. And so I was curious why he was so far forward, because it looks like, yeah, he blocked the camp. So I guess he just didn't block it early enough to stop the spawn. Or no, he didn't block it.
Oh. Smart plays here over on the Rubik. To get a little bit more damage out here. Don't think he's going to tick down far enough.
No, he's going to die. Maybe later.
Maybe later. Not today.
Watch DNC through the power of Kyle was wrong, not die the entire game here.
He's going to die at some point. We all die eventually.
Thank you, Aura Kyle.
No. I'm still getting warmed up.
He's heating up.
I'll be very, very disappointed, though, if my pick to win the league gets 2-0'd, so I really hope Creepwave brings something to the table.
You're truly in fine form today, Kyle. Yeah, you really brought it to DreamLeague Season 14, powered by Intel.
So far, the strategy of picking losing matchups into the enemy player's best mid-hero does not seem to be super effective, but you never know.
You know, they're just warming up. It's a long season. You can't put all your cards out there at once.
Yeah, rune control is going to be huge here. I want to see both teams send an ally to the rune as the other checks. It's going to be critical for these players to grab it.
I almost feel bad.
Doesn't look like they're going to send any supports to try to go and secure the runes, though.
And it's going to be one of those good old 50-50s. Still, I really wish a bounty rune spawned at the opposite every 2 minutes, but...
What about the empty rune? Have you heard that suggestion?
No.
It's a rune that doesn't do anything besides fill up the bottle.
Sure.
So essentially, water.
Yes.
Drawing in over here on Noob.
Why don't these guys just pick up the water that's in the river? Like, what's wrong with them?
Seriously.
It's not magic water. It needs to be blessed by the priestess. Thank you.
And it also, in the lore, it's actually cursed. If you remember in the 6th Harry Potter movie, when Dumbledore and Harry go to the island to retrieve the Horcrux, you know, the goblet can only be filled with that water that then summons the Inferi. So it's a similar scenario here, except in this case.
See, when you deal with cultural references, you're on point.
Thank you.
You're like locked on. I don't question your expertise when it comes to that.
You must be really good at Trivial Pursuit.
When it comes to hard sciences, though, I'm like, what the hell? Kyle doesn't know what he's talking about.
I never really did like science and math because there was only the one right answer. The thing about English...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You can just make stuff up, but if it's well-reasoned, you still get points.
Bounty time.
That should help.
Double brace, yeah. I mean, top lane going a little better for the AM
middle tower is under
than usual. I think just a lot, the deny spam from LeBron, 9 already, and oftentimes you're getting 0 XP from them as well.
Fishman getting thrown right back in again, but Mitch taking a decent chunk of damage. Needs to be careful. Like, it's just going to be a little bit of a trade. I don't think they're going to be able... Oh, no, they have another 8 Fire Blast. This is going to be a dead Mitch, I think. No, not quite enough as he'll turn back around. They've got the heal over onto Casalis. Try to lifesteal a little bit here, but is forced back. Thinking about going back in again. Needs to be careful. Can they get it? There it is. There's the first blood. And they just can't get quite enough damage on Mitch. Ooh, he harvested his bones too. Bones for the Bone God. King, in this case.
Another 50-50.
It's going to be bottom. I can feel it.
It was indeed bottom.
You got it. It's again. It's like when my knee hurts and I know it's going to rain. You just got to get that feeling and trust it.
Congratulations, Kyle. You had a literal 50% chance to be right.
I'll get the next
but he was right.
The next one's going to be bottom too, Cap.
Okay, we'll check. We'll check in a minute and a half because Kyle's bum knee is acting up.
Level 6 on the Void Spirit. If only he had that DD, but he lost the 50-50. That'd be a real easy way to threaten that Lina, but now Noob is just going to push the lane. You don't want to play into him because of the DD, but if you leave the lane, then he can just start hitting your tower. But it looks like they're both going to jungle. Void Spirit coming top, but can you really kill AM in this spot?
worthy of a god.
Looks like they're gonna try to find out up there.
Dire's top tower is under
It's
attack.
looking like a no. They're trying to chase after him, but maybe they can get LeBron. Maybe they can get themselves a consolation prize. They have a stun up soon. Alex needs to get out of the way here.
Radiant's
Go to find it.
middle
All of the
tower
mana
is
is, of
under
course,
attack.
gone here from this Void
Radiant
Spirit, so
structures are fortified.
Anti-Mage just gonna go saunter away.
I love the raindrop pickup. In a game like this, you're really only threatened by a burst combo, and that effectively almost guarantees you're going to stay alive, as both Nyx and Mars stuns
Radiant's
would
middle
be
tower
reduced
is
by the
under
full
attack.
damage. Look at that. Like, you kill LeBron, but it doesn't matter. He brings the salve, he brings the... I think of the Wraith Band as well.
Radiant's middle
Really nice of
tower
him.
has fallen.
Do force Mitch back though here. He's got Tranquil, so he's gonna be able to heal up.
Hell kind of... I've not seen this max haze before. It makes sense with the Rubik. You haze, then bolt, and set them on fire. But I think against a Wraith King, I'd still prefer max clap. Mid really the only lane that's got a decisive advantage with the Lina pretty ahead, and now the Arcane Rune. Where was that again? Oh, bottom. Huh.
100% prediction rate so far this game.
I mean, the next
sure
one,
who's bottom?
yeah, the next one's going to be top too, so I hope he stays there.
But that mid tower already down. Now LeBron trying to run away, but lift up. Laguna Blade comes out, and they go and they take down the Void Spirit. They're gonna take down Alex, and this is not looking great for Mars. He also goes down.
Yeah, this is
Good rotation.
and now a beautiful stack, still with the Arcane Rune running. This is literally the dream for Alina. He'll pick up, hopefully, a better neutral item than that trusty shovel.
Bottom lane, still only level 5 here on Mitch. It's gonna tick down, and Fishman will collect the kill. Z making his way bottom, trying to get them off the tower, but this is looking like it's going down pretty fast here, Kyle.
Will they get the last hit, though? Looks like
Yeah.
the answer is yes.
Dire's bottom tower has
At
fallen.
least it wasn't denied, but you do get more gold if
Right.
you get the last hit yourself. A lot of people don't know that. I don't really understand why it works this way, but it does. It's one of the only aspects of Dota in which it pays more to be selfish. What?
You got a thought there, Cal?
Doesn't like a lot of Dota pay you to be selfish?
Ooh, there's the arena, but it's an anti-mage, and if you don't have that lockdown, he's just gonna blink on out.
That's true. An impenetrable wall does not help you against teleportation.
You're gonna hit us with some science there, Kyle. Tell us a little bit of how physics work and
Well, you would have to put down a dream spike, but that doesn't actually exist in the Dota 2 universe. So unfortunately, there is no method of keeping the AM inside of that arena.
yes, I see. I concur.
Yes. There's at least 3 people that know what I'm talking about, and to you, I appreciate you. Just like I'm sure Lil Pleb, aka Thug, appreciates that LeBron is still just denying creeps from his lane and jungling with them. Only 1,000 net worth, but he is doing so much to help out his boy. In fact, just level 1 Eilons. I love that. He is playing to be annoying, and I have not seen this before, but I'm a big fan. This is the kind of this is why you want an experienced player like LeBron as your captain, really.
Boots of Travel Lube up and running. They go, they drop the rock. They can turn this right back around on Lina. In fact, there she goes. Down and over on the back line. So they'll find a kill on DNZ. Fishman trying to break some ankles, trying to find any escape. He's not going to be able to. Thug gets himself another kill.
Oh, it would have been really nice if Mitch had stayed down bottom. He got a little over-eager there, which means that now Crystals will just have some more free time. Nice turnaround, though. That's the danger of picking Lina. I'm glad we see this now, because they really didn't threaten Spider Pig's draft game 1 ever. But with a rock and a Void Spirit, yeah, he just exploded.
I really liked, in theory, what they were doing with that, in defending their safe lane tower.
Setup. Oh,
stun.
breaking the
Yeah,
ankles, though.
stun.
Got his dancing
Alex.
shoes on. There it is. There's that stun that we were looking for. Oh, jumping in, though, comes the anti-mage with Good Blade. Already getting used. She's so fast. She'll turn back around, use the LSA. This is not looking good for Void Spirit. He's going to go down. And Noob, he's going to survive this. He's going to be able to just run away.
Alex, you gotta just hit the stun, my man. That's painful, because they throw out the remnant because you don't see the Nyx stun, and that's just it's a free kill going wanting, and you actually lose your mid instead. That is critical. Crystals makes a nice move, though. I like the armlet build as well. You gotta be aggro here. Cannot get away with some Midas or Radiance in a game against an AM Enigma.
I think this build feels a lot better. In general, Wraith King just feels so strong because that guaranteed crit that you get. Like, it's even if the crit is like less than you used to be able to get, it's such a value proposition. Just like, okay, if we want to start this fight, Wraith King can throw out a stun and do 300 damage with one hit. Like, that could potentially just lead into it being a 4 versus 5 because you get this guaranteed damage in.
Everyone's just hard at work back to farming. Do you guys have a favorite tier 1 neutral?
I think most people like the brooch.
What?
I'm a fairy trinket fan myself, personally.
Right? Why are you saying what?
Those are not the right answer. The right answer is either the Arcane Ring or Keen Optic. They're the highest win rate tier 1 items, and they're also the best.
I literally don't know any players who hate getting movement speed for free.
True. But I mean, the int ring is just broken though. It's 10 intelligence and 3 armor and restore mana effect. Like, that's just not. That's so good on.
The stats are very high on that item for it giving mana in an AOE.
Like, you could remove the replenish, and I think it's still a tier 1 item.
It is a tier 1 item.
But it's in the tier 1.
Yes, I saw what you did there, Kyle.
Thank you.
We got a big smoke coming out here. We've got the black hole online. Casalis has no idea what's about to come up that river. He's already running off, though. He's already farmed up, and no one's showing right now. So, seems like his spidey sense, even though he is not on spider pigs, is indeed tingling.
I think pigs have a sixth sense.
They're actually one of the smarter animals.
Yeah, if anything, it would make sense that pigs are the ones with the extra normal senses.
They do. They have an incredibly strong sense of smell. It's the only way that you can find truffles.
There are dogs that can find truffles, too. Hold that thought. Casalis is getting jumped on down here. He is all alone. They're trying to take the tower. The TPs are coming out, though, in mass. They want to try to protect the black hole coming out from the left. Just a little bit early. He's going to be able to go and hold on to the Warlock. Fishman, though, he's there. He turns it back around. He drops the rock, but they already used the split. He's not looking so healthy. He's going to go down. They lose the anti-mage, and they use that big old arena, but only doing so much here. Zamar trying to hide. There's no trees for him to hide. He's looking back over here on the bottom bot, actually going to go down as they'll turn around. They get the kill on Alex. I'm not sure what Amar's doing. He's looking for that perfect spirit, apparently. Trying to finish him off. Can he do it? No! Again! He is going to walk away from almost an impossible situation. Look at the tips coming out, boys.
Brewmaster.
King of what?
Brewmaster, how many times? We've seen this hero for literally a decade. You are the lord of the team fight, especially at this phase. You don't need items. Doesn't matter if all he has is tranquils. You get that split off, you're going to be strong. Fishman, preemptively ulted by LeBron. A little early, which typically punishes you a lot more. A lot of people got burned being a bit too early in the markets these last few months. But here, they win the team fight anyway. Well, yeah.
Money to burn.
Some guys are just a little early, you know?
What are you going to do?
It looked like they might have been able to turn it around, but again, they had that split. You have so many fights going on in this episode. You can see Noob over on the back lines, go and you throw up that arena, but
they blew everything to get the anti-mage. And
now
after that, you're out of ammo.
I've heard of the zoning black hole. I don't think I've ever heard of the preemptive black hole.
Well, now you have.
I think so. I mean, there's the... Never mind.
My man just black holed and was just waiting. Just go ahead, TP into it.
You won't.
I
was like, oh, that's
aggressive.
That's an interesting move.
I like it.
I mean, I think in general, if you're Creepwave, you should have been happy with trading tier 1 towers there. I don't think Crystallus should have been in that bottom lane. I think he should have been just farming his way through his own jungle into triangle and let his team just take top.
Look at that. They planned. They knew that Amar was on his way down here. He's going to be able to go spear him to the wall. Needs the follow-up, though. In comes Alex. He can turn this around. That Brewmaster, he's so strong right now. Good impale, but the rest of the team hot on his heels, coming right back down against Spike Carapace. Buys him a little bit more time, but Noob just absolutely obliterates him. They cut down the trees. There's no place for you to hide, Alex.
As like you said, though, Moxie, I mean, Amar, he's got his ult up. He immediately goes and uses it. Really well done as well. You saw that immediate bulwark toggle. I thought Rubik had got arena, but he was actually so quick that he got to use this bulwark. But it doesn't matter. Like, they're just bringing more heroes. there was a TP top from Chrysalis, so he's not involved. And yeah, that armlet's nice for early fights, but there's a Battle Fury Yasha already up on
Dire's
Thug.
middle tower is under attack.
And I think one of the things that like AM, like obviously he needs to be able to get his big 3-item timing, but you can actually use AM in team fights much earlier. He needs levels for that to be worth it. I think we're like one of purely off the laning phase, like the first levels of an Animage is where you can pressure him a lot because he doesn't do that extreme amount of mana burn. But they solved that problem with the Enigma. He was like level 5 and the Enigma was like level 2. They just gave him a solo lane with none of the risks involved.
I mean, Malrine gonna make it out here. Mitch wants him. See Alex. No.
I mean, Spider-Pig's playing great. This is, I kind of saw this coming. They do have the 5 players on Wikipedia. It's part of the reason I chose them as one of my 2 teams to advance into that upper division. Creepwave, looking a little lost, still inexperienced. They got to make some more moves and coordination. A pincer now and then would be nice. It doesn't feel like they've had a fight that they set up in either game. I suppose that bottom engagement, but like you have a Warlock TPing in last in full vision of the enemy team. It's not what you want.
It feels like to me they are like trying to compensate off of things that happen in the laning phase. Like they lose their mid tower and they like try and keep their safe lane tower up unnecessarily, like not just accepting trades, instead trying to fight to keep more map control. But I think they should be happy with what they have. I look at this lineup and I don't think it's going to be super hard outscaled.
I mean, Cap, if we could all be happy with what we had, the world would be a much better place. But in this world, you got to get ahead if you want to take those wins. And I don't even remember what person you were talking about because I was too focused on making that needless comment. Lanes are in a decent position, but the problem is, once again, Spider-Pigs, they're going to get ahead further and further the longer this game goes on. So, Creepwave, you're sort of forced into making moves, but how do you do that? Well, first, smoke, but who will you find is the question.
Well, they found someone. They're going to try to take out the Lina. They should be able to stun lock her here. Down she goes, so that's a pretty nice pick off. That was a lot.
Excellent
just for her,
pick.
though.
Now pursue.
What do you
make your way into the triangle, take that over. I mean, it's like it's your only play when you make a 5-man move to your own safe lane jungle. Like the pick is nice and everything, but where you are on the map doesn't lead you to anywhere, right? Like you farm backwards through your jungle as 5, like that's gonna feel terrible. The only play you have is to invade their triangle. Take that.
There's a very fast Ags on the Panda. For 20 minutes. His net worth might be low, but his game impact so high, and really it's the Void Spirit of
Malrine.
Yeah.
I keep seeing Marine.
I keep seeing Marlene. Mitch, though, getting taunted back. They need to sign him up so that way he can't go and get the split off. It looks like you're going to be able to. So that's another nice pick going over to the side of Creepwave.
He was completely alone on the enemy side of the river. Not something you want to do unless you're Caesar with an army at your back. He does get punished.
It's overconfidence, right? You're really, feeling good about everything.
Free ropes. That's a huge death, and the death so up with Crystals means this is a much easier Roshan. They're behind in gold, but they can still grab that objective. This is really their only hope to get back into this, is an Aegis into a couple of towers with a big team fight behind a Golem.
A little bit more damage, Rosh gonna go down, and Aegis is picked up now on the Wraith King, so would not be surprised to see them make some moves. You need to push out these waves so that way they're able to take an objective off of it.
It just so when we click on a player, it shows us what they have bound for their sticky key. Somebody has Rapier.
Fortified.
No, it's in place of the TP, I think, for some things.
Yeah. I believe that's
Can
based
you rebind that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the sticky key. Or like there's a sticky buy, and then there's one that you set manually in the game. Most people just have TP on sticky because it's a Mar.
It's a Mar.
My
Nice.
man. I love that. He is his one bind. You have one bind you can use to pick any item to be able to grab more easily from the shop, and he chose a Divine Rapier. That's confidence.
Whenever I see those players who make it a Divine Rapier, I feel like it's the emergency button. His game's going to hell, boys. Hit the button.
What can we do?
Buy the Divine. Oh yeah, that's another one. Rubik, not nearly as good against Wraith King as he used to be, because, especially in team fights, you think you're going to steal Wraith Fire Blast, easy point and click stun. Instead, you steal his aura. And you're like, I can't do anything with that until I hit some creeps. Then you can summon skeletons like he's doing now and push out lanes, and that feels good. But in the middle of a team fight, it does nothing for you.
You summon the boys to come in and help you.
Oh, God.
BKB picked up now for Lena. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult to get this kill on her. She's been jumped on a couple times now.
Yep, and that's what you got to prevent. If you can just juke out the Nyx and the Mars, just stay alive is the name of the game. And the BKB also necessary because the Void Spirit went for that Ags rush. You're now immune to that AoE silence. I'm so afraid at times. Like, I knew that hadn't changed. I'm like, damn, did they change it? Like, what would Void Spirit Ags do if not the double charge on the E with the silence attached?
I think there's a lot of play. Like, you have to keep in mind, a lot of people who watch Dota actually don't play Dota anymore either. So they're learning as they're watching with us.
It's really cool. I've always loved that about the game. It's like, even if you don't play, you're still going to watch when the top teams play. Like, it's just one of those games that can keep you interested. And yeah, it's changed dramatically, but end of the day, you go watch TI3, TI4, the map will look weird.
But it's still so hype.
It's the same game.
TI3 is what got me into Dota. Watching that final. And I still go back and I show it to people who are like, what's Dota? And I'm like, oh, you gotta see this.
Some good moments. LGD versus Liquid lower bracket. Back when wild BO1s with Norm. And,
so this is interesting. You've got LeBron sitting far back along with Mitch Smoked, and you've got a smoke that just got put over onto Creepwave because they picked up some BKBs as well. A little bit of like ships passing. I mean, the ships right now aren't anywhere near each other, obviously, but they're sitting up over on the high ground.
Oh, this could be sick. This is that pincer maneuver we were hoping for.
All right, immediate the split. Amar now, again, he does have BKB, so if he needs to, he can go and try to pop it. Turns back around. He wants to try to take the Enigma out as fast as possible, and it looks like he's going to be able to do it. So that team fight threat no longer available. Rubik stealing up that spear.
Dire's middle
Seems like they just realized, all right, we don't have the Enigma anymore. We're going to back off. This is not a fight that we want to take.
And they got the split. It's a good move, but I really like to see, Thug had no intention of joining that fight, and he's not supposed to. He's just going to try to continue scaling. He recognizes his advantage is that he is investing. Wraith King, or rather, Crystallis, he's bought a Porsche. He's trying to show off. Nothing doing here. Thug is looking to retire this game ASAP, putting all of his money into items for later. That Abyssal is the big timing, and suddenly he can pop pretty much any hero on the enemy team except for one of the big cores.
Those sentry wards placed over into the Radiant jungle, too, just did so much in keeping him alive because he kept tabs on Alex the entire time. He just kept being a little bit too fast. I'm sure they've realized that they have all that. In fact, they even go for a dust here, figuring he's still trailing him. Maybe going for that rune, but went for the other one instead. And we've got so many blinks picked up now, too. I think Rubik picked up his blink. We've got the Nyx with the blink. A lot of mobility coming out.
Yeah, it's a tough game to really get.
The black hole. Okay. Amar, though, he's still alive. He's pins them over to the wall. And they just need the follow-up. The spear, though, being taken by DNZ will push him back. There's going to be the drag back over onto Noob. Not sure about this Void Spirit. He really wants these kills. Oh, look at that damage. He's going to turn it back around. Gets a kill on DNZ. Would like to go after Noob. Probably not going to be able to. Doesn't have any more of those charges left. We'll drop the Aether Remnant. They thought about moving over onto him. LeBron sitting very, very low. Oh, Crystalzi just jumps forward. Gets a big old chop off. This is looking like Void Spirit's going to get taken down. Fishman looks like he's next on that menu as he just gets devoured.
Really well played. And yeah, I've been wrong for almost an hour and a half. That is actually Lil Pleb, not Thug. I was confused. He's listed as their official substitute, though. However, according to Valve rules, substitutes can only play 4 out of the 7 league games. So I'm not sure if Thug is now benched player or if he is just MIA for this match, but that is actually Lil Pleb.
Well, good on Lil Pleb, making his DPC debut in front of everyone. He's doing some work.
Fast fingers.
Lamar, he wants this. Alex patiently charging after Mitch. was looking for. Okay, they managed to go land the stun. If they can get this kill on Lina, this would be great. There it is. There's Ray Fire. Oh, but the jump forward coming out from Local Love is he immediately. No, it's not enough of Mar. But links forward, gets the kill on the Lina. But it's not looking so hot here for our friend as he will fall down. He's going to come right back up again. Beautiful. The Arena up Local Love. He's taunted up. Can they stun lock him? Can they get this kill? He's silenced as well. One more hit will do the trick. Down goes Local Love. And now LeBron, he's all alone aside from this Rubik here. Looks like we're gonna lose the Enigma. Down he goes, and down goes the Rubik. Wow. Beautiful play coming out from Creepwave.
That was
hightailing it out of there.
First off, where was Mitch in that engagement? He just wasn't available for that. That was a 5-on-4. But Alex, 3 critical stuns, most notably that one on Noob as his BKB faded. Naked, too. He had nothing going. That was a hasted Lina after all the buff-ups. And AM blinking and staying within the arena. That was not what he wanted to do.
You cast his curse, though. we were talking, we were praising a little pleb, and then, you know, he made a misstep. This is not looking super great here for this Brewmaster pinned to a tree, and Amar the fella.
The man went from MIA to KIA.
Nice.
He just wasn't even in the team fight last time. Still ended up fighting a death. I think that's possibly the worst situation of your cores. When you survive through a team fight and then still get picked like 15 seconds, 20 seconds later, it just means your entire team is stalled.
That's a dead Rubik.
Oh.
They popped the arena too. I mean, it's
like
not the end of the world, but...
You're so low, you're going to back off anyway. Try to get that extra kill. You've got a few seconds before AM comes back up, you know? Make the play. If you were able to grab somebody else there, it's just more map control for the squad. And this game suddenly swang back to almost even. That was a 6k gold advantage on the AM against the Wraith King. Now just 2. And this is where it's a lot more balanced, because if you look at the Wraith King, the raw damage output is absurd. Does he has the shard too. I don't know if he realized that, because
that happened the last team fight.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
AM came in to save the Lina and immediately started going on the Wraith King, right? But there was the shard there.
Yeah, I don't think he does that if he recognizes, because he could have just swapped over to Amar, either killed him or at least oomed him for the arena, and instead he goes all the way for himself. He was happy to die at that point. He's out of mana. Like, please get rid of me.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact timing when that was delivered.
I don't know what the notification. It's just not intuitive to find, because if you click on an enemy, you're going to see they have an Ags, but to actually find out if they have the shard, you have to look at that new area on the hero console.
The little blue dots there.
Give it like a week or two, and I think players will adjust.
They're on the hunt now. I don't think they have any vision over in their own jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spider legs on Mitch. Orb of Destruction now on the Animage.
This game of cat and mouse. They'd love to get the nice black hole off, I'm sure.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But Creepwave also smoking. They've trailed through. They have a general idea of where they're going to be, so.
Side by side view, both teams want an engagement.
They are on the low ground, though. That is the disadvantage of trying to do this.
You don't want to walk up this if you're Creepwave. AM would be a juicy target there. They're going for him. Nice.
Good. Follow up, though, with the silence and the stun and the arena to boot. They have the vision. Down goes Lil Pleb.
Blow everything. Trace for more.
Can they grab any more, though, is the question. Blink's going to be off cooldown in a couple seconds here. No, we'll just go pin him over to that eye spot. Kasal's joining in the fun. He says, this is mine.
Really nice job. That's just, like, I don't want to say laziness, but if you're a little pleb there, you know, look at where your wards are. You've got almost full control of that area where your team is standing on the high ground. That's where you'd like to take the engagement. If you want to push mid, maybe pop the mana. That'd be better than getting caught. There's so many stuns, and yeah, he's quick and he gets the Wraith King, but Nyx stun is ground targeted. The AoE silence from the Void Spirit is not something you can deal with unless you have Manta immediately ready. You've just got to be more disciplined there, because you're effectively carrying the torch for your whole team in this game.
Is under attack.
How many missteps does it take before it starts to slide away from them?
It's not quite avalanching, but we're certainly sliding. The snowball has formed, and there's been a crackling up the mountain.
We need a +1 for sure here to get this kill on Noob. Is anyone going to make their way over? Like they're slowly coming. Oh, they have a feeling that she's being trailed. And back around Laguna, and bye-bye, Alex.
Good heads up dust there. I believe that was the Rubik who just sort of read that on the map.
Did he steal Vendetta too?
Carapace.
Oh.
Still not too shabby.
That's what you love about Rubik against Nyx Assassin. The fact that you have a disable that doesn't stun you. Does no damage.
Are they thinking about engaging here?
Buyback is ready, it appears. They could. They have control of the outpost.
They have no vision up on the high ground either.
They need to get the brew to start, though. Or not.
Or they can just go after Noob.
Or Noob is just alone in the bottom lane.
Oh, the jump forward here, too. They'll be able to draw back the Rubik. You're not teleporting anywhere, my friend. And that's a double kill.
Man, if Spider Pigz, like, they're in such a dominating position. You had the team fight. You can't do that. Like, you're two heroes that can't get caught to the Lina and the AM. And that's twice in a row now. A core has just been caught asleep, getting distracted by the creeps. Maybe that's the strat. Creepwave continually baits their Creepwave.
Oh my god.
And it just worked again on the pro.
Hey, where did Enigma go? I think he was there a second ago.
It disappeared into the void.
Wow, magic tricks.
Oof.
Dire's bottom tower.
Orbital Destruction Death. This Wraith King starts to hit really hard. Nice job
Nice from Alex. They come to Dallas. They've got the spear, and they've got a mighty chop. And the tips coming up. Man, this is a sad. I haven't seen this much since South American Dota, my friend.
Oh, yeah. The sassiness is off the charts.
I love it. Feeling right at home now.
I think carry to carry matchup now. You feel really good for like the rest of the game.
Oh, for sure.
Creepwave.
Yeah.
The only thing that Spider Pigs can hope for when it comes to scaling is the fact that they do have this like weird Enigma position 5, and that like Lina is able to keep her net worth going, but she wasn't able to. Plus, she's so heavily countered by Nyx Assassin in team fights that it's just going to be hard to play for him.
It's also the Nyx as a late game support just gets so much stronger, especially against a hero like AM, because as you just saw, he just carapaces off the Battle Fury hit. Like, that's a kill. And late game, you're going to have way more catch potential on the side of Creepwave, whereas the Spider Pig supports, they're fodder.
Ooh, TNZ with the lift and the dust. They'll go for the split. They'll be able to take down the Nyx Assassin. They follow up, though. They go right back in again. Crystallis, he's looking for this opening. He wants to try to take down Mitch or anyone, but he's not getting success right now. Selena over on the high ground just continues to shoot like a chain gun there, but yeah. It's gonna back up. They did get the buyback out of the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, they like you could. I could hear LeBron from here yelling, "Go, go, go, go!" Because, or sorry, Fishman, because he just drops the golem, assuming there'll be more follow up. But that was just a quick pick. Rubik Lina, plenty of space.
Mar just picked up a nullifier. Oh, LeBron. Oh dear, you are a big part of that team fight, and you are just not a factor now.
Whoa.
Okay. That's a kill on Amar. Nicely scouted there by Pleb. I'm not sure why he was so far forward.
Dire's top tower.
He's an aggressive one, that Amar.
Bounty and spawning. I'd love to see a team fight. I feel like we haven't seen a true 5-on-5 engage since that tier 1 clash at, I think, 12 minutes into the game. And it's since then just been pickoff after pickoff as teams just punish enemy errors.
I think the weird part about this game for Spider Pigs is that they pretty much have to play around their vision. That's usually what happens when you have a lineup that doesn't have the clear frontliner. Right, because Brewmaster is in danger at this point of being chain stunned and never getting off his ultimate. So he can't necessarily frontline for you. So they kind of have to have vision in any team fight that's taken. And I think that's why you just see them kind of like spiral downwards once one pick happens. They just feel like they can't fight at all because they don't have the clear sense of initiation, nor the anti-initiation hero that can just soak up damage for you.
Oh man, I understand the desire for team fight. I just wish LeBron had gone for a BKB, which then says to Fishman, you know, you can't cast Golem, or I have an uninterruptible black hole. And I think that threat would have been really critical here. Ag soon to be complete on Fishman. That is a nasty item pickup. Not one, but 2 golems. we all watched Fellowship, and it was excellent to see Gandalf take down the single Balrog, but I gotta imagine if there were two, it could have been a different story. Maybe just ends in the first book.
Don't get me started on the whole wizard debate. I had a whole debate on Twitter about that.
Gandalf literally did everything. Dumbledore just showed him and was like, hey, you know, good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Come back to this. Oh, the jump forward over here. They're going to be able to take... Oh, Black Hole followed up, though, from LeBron. BKB coming out from Noob. They've got the Laguna, but they're just not able to quite finish him off. This time he's taking a lot of damage. And look at that. The life steal coming off. They'll take down Erlinda. They'll turn right back around. Little Pleb going to have to blink away. They've already committed the split. Rest of the team willing to just sit back. Mitch throwing one of those pandas up here over to the high ground, trying to get a little bit of vision. Does spot Fishman here. Still a lot of people around, though. I think they're just trying to waste a little time. Braun coming back in. It's a jump forward here from Crystallis. Amar throws out the arena. Doesn't quite land, but they do manage to go get the kill on LeBron. They'll spear over here onto the side. Christian will go down. Mitch has another split up. Oh my goodness, look at the damage coming out right now. They'll get the kill on Crystallis. That's an 8-time kill streak taken down. Amar also to fall. And only Nyx Assassin still alive, but really, for how long can they find him? No, they cannot. He's already hightailed it the heck out.
You get charges on your brew ult now with Ags. Can you hover over that Ags real quick? What?
Yeah, you get charges.
You get charges?
Yeah, so you can potentially cast it twice in a team fight.
That is not fair. We're going to see a lot more of this hero. Oh my. Wow. Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower.
We just talked about how two is better than one.
I'm just a host, but I'm pretty sure I talked about that during the draft analysis of Brewmaster, but
I don't recall. Hell of a fight. I can't believe they took that knowing Mitch still had another split up.
Oh, the jump forwards. It looks like go too far, though. He's left and he's got no mana left. The BKB comes out over here with Marlene. Can they finish him off? Yeah, they have the Abyssal Blade. And one mighty top down goes Lil Plebby. Just went a little bit too far. Alex on the hunt here, trying to find him. Can they grab Mitch, though? It looks like he's managed to go and just successfully dodge away.
He was in the tier 4s.
Yes.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Nyx is also a very good hero against Annie Magoo.
I'll give them a double.
Mana burn is really good against that hero. You've got a way to be able to open up a stun on him, even better than he used to be, because you now have a break mechanic against him. You gotta respect that. You gotta respect that lineup. I don't know. It feels like Spider Pigz. Twice now, I think, in this series, we've seen them kind of throw away an advantage that they had that I think was really solid, but just kind of a silly move.
Scanning.
And this one is a little bit more crucial because we're around Roshan spawning time, so they're just lucky that it's going to be a later Rosh.
This game is still really anybody's ballpark right now. It's just going to come down to, I don't want to say who makes the play. It feels like it's about just limiting mistakes. It's one of my favorite Bruce Lee quotes: to be good, don't make mistakes. To be great, make plays. I don't think it was Bruce Lee. In fact, I don't even know if that's a quote. I might have just come to me in a fever dream. But at this level, I really think these teams need to focus more on just executing. Just execute. Keep it simple. Kiss it.
I just love the imagery of Bruce Lee telling people in his worldly wisdom, you need to make more plays. And everyone's just like, what? You mean like Broadway or?
I don't think anyone would have been like Broadway ? But you know.
I don't know if he.
I mean, what else? Like at that time, plays. Like, what are we talking about? Bruce Lee tells you to make more plays. I don't see how that could possibly be what he would say, Kyle.
This is crazy. We have another double smoke where they trade sides of the river. This is crazy to watch.
Oh, but they do manage to go on the fact that they get the ultimate off, though, followed up with a beautiful arena. They just absolutely murder. Oh, beautiful black hole, though. It's like the right in. Look at this damage coming out from Noob. He goes, he finds himself a kill, but the jump forward, again, they have those BKBs. Are they going to be able to finish off Noob here? Noob looks like he's going to be able to turn around. Does have that Yules.
Buyback's on the way. You got to get out of here.
Trying to come back in again. Amar looking for whatever he can get. They kill Mitch. Marlene's not looking very good. Down he goes, and he's just chasing on. Look at that cleave damage coming out, too. Little Pleb doing work. There's another buyback, though, coming out from Void Spirit. The BKB is going to wear off soon over onto Pleb, but he's able to blink away. Still have not managed. Can they take down Noob here? Taunts forward, finally. That's a dominating kill streak taken down. They'll find themselves yet another kill as DMZ will get murdered. And now you can see this anti-mage. He is fleeing for his life.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Everybody just buying back immediately. Mitch there, his pandas got so threatened he actually had to get the hell out of Dodge. Whoa, Noob's in some big trouble. No buybacks.
No, what are you doing, Noob? This is no. Oh, this is a dead Lena. Why?
Okay, well,
I mean, they took the Rex, but
wow, he did some damage.
He took the Racks and he forced them away from Roshan. So,
but you don't need Roshan. It's 3-on-5 now.
I agree. I mean, I think it was a very risky play. But I could see the reasoning behind why he felt like they had kind of lost that fight, that the enemy team was going to go Roshan, so he tried to take advantage of that window.
Solos, okay.
Oh no, oh, can they, oh, this is not looking good. Anti-mage, he just dies. Little Pleb showing himself on that Creepwave, and he knows that people were around. Why
That's
would you
game, run it down mid, boys.
Run it, yeah.
Time to go.
Run it. What?
I don't know.
Perhaps
feeling the pressure. But that was...
It's nothing. They're just tunnel visioning on the creep waves. Team Creepwave, with the assistance of their creep waves, continues to slaughter enemy heroes.
And creeps.
But yeah, just go for throne. None of these heroes have buyback.
They're gonna try to take out the Brewmaster here and just try to keep him busy so that way he can't get the split off. Cristal's jumping forward here with the Abyssal. One more mighty chop. There's no buyback on Mr. Brewmaster here. Fortification gonna come out, and he got his bones to add insult to injury.
Dire's middle tower.
They just want to finish this. Look at this. Oh, Mar doing a Mar thing. See, we said that he was aggressive. He jumps right into the fountain and gets the kill. Can they get the kill on LeBron? Yep, and Omar will walk away, giggling to himself. GG gets called. We have a 1-1 now.
I was like, we were talking already.